Hey guys, so you know who I am, and today we're talking customer service. So if you don't know who I am by now, my name's Chris, I'm with Veteran Welding. Thanks for swinging by the channel, it's much appreciated. So what am I talking about? Well, customer service, all right? Like everything else, it can make or break your company, all right? Whether it's coming from you or it's coming from your suppliers. You need to have good customer service all the way around. If not, you're pooched. Reason I'm talking about this is because I had a fairly large customer service issue, and I use that term loosely, with Protools tube benders, okay? Now, before you guys make any decisions or assumptions or anything like that, please let me finish this and then make them on your own. Give you a bit of back history. So, 2008, I bought my first used tube bender. It was a Protools 105. The thing was amazing. It bent up everything that I wanted, no issues, no qualms, no nothing. And this thing was pretty old at the time. Fast forward a few years, start Veteran Welding, and I'm in the market again for another tube bender. Naturally, had no problems with the Protools before, called them back up, said, hey, I want a bender, one thing and the other. Now, I didn't go through Protools direct. I went through their distributor in Newmarket, Ontario, which is TMR Customs. So if you guys are looking for a tube bender and you're in the Ontario area or Eastern Canada, call up Tim at TMR Customs. They'll hook you up real good. So went through Tim and I bought the Protools tube bender. This time I stepped it up a bit. I went with the Brute 105. So what it is, the normal 105 only has 1/2 inch arms on them. This one has 1 inch arms on them. It's just an all-around beefier unit. Like if I break this thing, I'm doing something I shouldn't be. But anyway, so that's what I got. I got the power assist on it and the whole 9 yards. I got the 2 inch, 1.75 inch, 1.5 inch, 1 inch dies, all round, okay? I don't got any square dies here. I used them all throughout the course of the year since I bought it, and they were great, except for the 1.5 inch die. For some reason, the powers that be, I never ended up using it. Except for until about a month ago, I went to go do a side project for myself, and nothing lined up. Let me show you what I mean. So, this is the bender right here. You know what? Yeah, okay. So this is the bender right here, all right? It's a great machine, awesome. This is the old die, all right? Now, right now, that pin, my backing block pin here, everything lines up, okay? Everything's perfect, except for 2 things. One, I didn't know this, but there is a backing block that goes in behind the backing die to help support it or whatever. And then the die itself it didn't line up with anything. So I go to drop this pin in once I had a piece of tube in there and nothing would work. Everything was off by at least 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch, give or take. So by now, this is the second problem I've had with this bender. The first problem I had, which was not a Protools specifically problem, was the power assist I have on there, the air over hydraulic system. The RAM just wore out, plain and simple. So I called up Protools. They told me where there's a retailer in the area for me to go and drop it off and everything else. They took care of it, whole 9 yards, no problems. Had a bit of a bad taste in my mouth though, just because it's been a year, but they still took care of me. Fast forward about 3 months now, I go to use that die and it doesn't work. So I called them up directly and I told them, listen, this is the problem I'm having. What are you gonna do about it? Because at this point here, like in my email, the heading was, where's your quality control? Because I was pissed. Like I was pissed. Anyway, fired them off the email, tried to keep it as direct and polite as possible. There was no swearing, there was no putting them down, nothing. This is what they did for me. So I called them up, like I said, And this is what they did for me. They sat there and they sent me these 2 boxes. Now I ended up talking to, should have wrote down the names. I can't remember their names. Anyway, one gentleman, his name was Ed, and I believe it's Ed. If it's not, I'm sorry. But the gentleman's a Marine, and we were very politely talking back and forth, and as soon as he asked me why it's called veteran welding, and I told him, he told me he was a Marine, and the whole conversation changed. It pretty much just went between me and him, and I don't know, you know what? No, I am 100% confident that the service I got, you will get from, anybody will get. So let's open these up and see what they sent. And now when I say sent, I mean they sent it to me, and the only thing I had to end up paying was the shipping charges. So I got this, don't know what that is. So apparently this is the backing block that I needed with the new pin. I got that. And I got this box over here, which, if I'm not mistaken, instructions. Yeah, it's a brand new die. They sat there, no questions asked. Well, there was questions asked, but sent me a brand new die, brand new backing block, the backing block for the backing block, a new strap, because the problem I had was on the old one, this top hole and the bottom hole were not lined up, they were off-centered. They sent me literally everything. Now, if that's not customer service, I honestly don't know what is. Like, they were awesome. Absolutely awesome. We were, like, no joke, we were actually joking going back and forth in the meeting over the phone there. I'm kind of curious as to see what's in here. Thanks, guys. So yeah, I can honestly say, through, even though with the issues that I've had, I am proud to be a Protools distributor. Cheers, have a good one, guys. I'm gonna tie this in with the last video that I did that I posted to Instagram TV. I didn't post it to YouTube just because I didn't have time to edit and everything else like that, even though I don't really do a whole lot of editing right now. It's just put the videos on and hit publish. But in that video, I talk about the direct correlation between positions in the military and being an entrepreneur. Now, in that video, I talk more or less about the ranking structure switches over. So your CO, your commanding officer, is your CEO or your president. He's the one that calls the shots. Then you have your RSM, which is your vice president. RSM is a regimental sergeant major. I'm going to do all the ranking structure that I talk about is Canadian experience, but it's extremely similar to American, Australian, every other army, all the way down the line to like your privates, which would be like your laborers and stuff like that. The one thing I didn't really talk too much about was your supply chain. Now, anybody who's worked in SQ shop, which is your squadron quartermaster shop, or your HQ, your headquarters or anything like that, you've more than likely at one point had to go outside the army to purchase something. So like oil or paper for your printers, stuff like that. Now, the same thing happens inside your company. More often, you have to go outside your company to purchase things. And the relationships you have with them are just as important, if not more important, than your internal relationships. Because like honestly, like your CEO or your commanding officer really has no need to talk to a private or a laborer unless they've done something extremely well or just totally botched something. But if you have a really good relationship with a supplier like these guys, Protools or TMR, they're going to back you up. They're going to help you out, and a good supplier will go above and beyond what they need to do. These two companies I just mentioned, you call them up, hey, this is the problem I'm having, what do you guys suggest? They'll sit there and they'll take time to help you guys out. That's something that we here at Veteran Welding strive to do as well. And yeah, that being said, we are a distributor for Protools. We're a distributor for TMR Customs. We're a distributor for Furic cups. So if you guys are TIG welders out there and you want to get some premium TIG welding supplies and you want to get them up here at a half decent price, let us know. We'll hook you up as best we can. Worst case scenario, we just say, hey, listen, we don't have a big enough order right now. We'll take your name, we'll take everything that you want, like your whole order, and then when we get a big enough order to save everybody a couple bucks, then we'll call you up, make sure you still want to do it, and go from there. So that's what we're trying to do here, all right? We want to create an environment, a relationship, and a community that benefits everybody. So yeah, now I'm actually going to sign off. That's a lie. Now I'm going to show you what I got from Furic. So I got this package here, this little guy, for myself about a couple weeks ago. Ordered it a couple weeks ago, okay? They were busy. I heard something online that something was going on with them. I'm not sure what, but I'm assuming something happened. And anyway, I ended up getting my order. What I got was the little screens for my cups. And let me pull them out of the box here. Yeah, come on. These guys as well. Now, if you're not a TIG welder, and you're probably going, oh, you got a nice little white cup with a lens in it, it's probably not going to wet your whistle. Wrong analogy, but you know what I mean. If you are a TIG welder, or you are a welder, you know what these are for. What these do is they defuse the gas, so they go around the arc better, and you just get a much better weld, plain and simple. You'd use a cup this size here. This is about 7/8 to an inch. You'd use this more for stainless, where you'd want more gas coverage, or if you had to stick out your tungsten further. I'm gonna do a video probably tomorrow where I end up having to use these cups and show you guys exactly what they do. But yeah, no, this is what we're going to be carrying. We really want to get this going, guys. So if you're in the market and you want some stuff like this and you don't want to pay a buttload of shipping just for your little package, let me know. We'll put together a large order, we'll get a discount, and we'll go from there. Cheers. I'm actually going to sign off this time. I'm not just saying cheers for the hell of it. Catch you guys later. I'll post something tomorrow. Cheers.